Hi, and welcome to the Inspired Podcast, Leading the Way in Education. I'm your host, Andrea De La Cerda, and each week I'm bringing you insightful discussions and news about changes in the landscape of education and entrepreneurship. I'm so excited to kick off our second season. It has been a learning curve, so thanks for hanging with me, but a lot of fun connecting with our listeners so far. In this new season, we're hoping to reach more and more of you as entrepreneurs within the education sector and beyond. If you're a business consultant, executive coach, or any professional seeking to share your knowledge and build your presence and credibility, stay tuned. We're going to be discussing ways to increase your revenue, maximize your impact, and serve more people with what it is you do. As a former middle school teacher turned corporate communications executive, I'm here to share how my experience with corporate clients and as a business owner can and should influence the way we think about marketing in the educational ecosystem, what's working, what isn't working, and how to change the paradigm of public versus private once and for all. In this episode, we'll discuss the importance of having and maintaining a digital presence, including a well-built and informative website, consistent marketing on social media platforms, and a series of freebies and thought leadership campaigns to build trust with your ideal clients. We're going to share some ideas that maybe you haven't considered before. So I hope these tips help you by attracting and growing your client base. And hopefully after listening, you'll feel confident sharing or improving your online presence. So let's dive in. More than ever before, digital presence has become an important indicator of both personal and professional success. How visible are you online? How easy is it for consumers to find you on search engines like Google? These details can make a huge impact on our ability to reach and connect with target audience. It's not the easiest bandwagon to jump on, especially today in 2024. The digital world is massively influential, and it's constantly changing with new platforms, trends, and algorithms. In fact, according to explodingtopics.com, approximately 328.77 million terabytes of data are created each day online, with video content responsible for more than half of that. In August of 2022 alone, the indexed web resulted in 1.9 billion websites. That is crazy. That's so much content. How on earth is everyone expected to stand out in a record-breaking sea of content every single day? Well, the good news, if you ever heard the phrase, every snowflake is unique and no two humans are exactly the same, well, the same is true for your personal brand. A recent article by Forbes Business stresses the importance of digital presence as part of personal branding. You cannot separate the two. You can demonstrate your skills and services, build on your professional identity. How we express ourselves online shows our audience how to relate to us, generating organic leads and organic interaction. Some key components of your digital presence include your website, of course, social media channels, content that you produce or maybe perhaps you're featured in. The optimization of your SEO is, of course, important for people to find you, as well as how these components interact with one another. Today, a strong and consistent online presence is critical to attract, maintain, and grow your client base. And if you're a coach, a robust digital identity propels your visibility and makes you more discoverable to potential clients in the expansive coaching landscape. And we know that coaching today is expansive. It is super crowded, very competitive. So employing visibility strategies such as engaging content, active social media participation, these things can elevate your search rankings and draw more visitors. However, if you're like me and you're listening to this and feeling so anxious about being more visible, I can completely relate to this. And don't worry, because you are not alone. According to a Pew Research study, 86% of internet users have tried to use the internet in ways to minimize the visibility of their digital footprints, not maximize. They're trying to hide behind some of these online sites. But as an online coach, if that's you listening to this, you can't do that. This is so hard to ignore. Visibility is an opportunity to share your truth and build trust. Beyond attracting newcomers to your brand, your personal brand, what might deepen bonds with current clients, regular updates with content, thought leadership, interactive engagement, and a stellar online customer service. All of these things underscore your dedication to client satisfaction and help to build trust with your community. Let's talk about establishing a website for your coaching business. It's super, super important to have a website, even when you already use social media platforms. Remember, you don't own social media platforms. Companies like Instagram, LinkedIn, Facebook, TikTok, these organizations own those platforms. So think about when you're building your online presence, you want to build them on real estate that you own. That's why your website is so critical. Having a well-curated website is also important for the success of your business because you have the ability to control the narrative by influencing your brand perception, showcasing the best of you, and starting with writing your story. People want to hear your story. Of all of the websites, the number 2 most highly visited page on every website is the About page. That's because people want to know who are the people behind this brand. By sharing your story, vision, and mission on your website, you are the source of your own narrative and attracting viewers who are most like you. It might be surprising, but I often run into consultants who, believe it or not, they've never made the investment in a website. It can be so common that those who rely on referrals for new business, they really believe that staying a little bit incognito is really comfortable and also super effective if they rely on word of mouth for new clients. Perhaps they're not comfortable being out there selling themselves. But if they don't have to, or they feel like they can rely on word of mouth, then what's the point? But what I would say is for consultants who are considering a coaching practice, you have to be prepared to put yourself out there. And that might mean your story is front and center. It can be so terrifying, believe me. Let's break it down though. Start with some professional photos and a bio with your education background and your certifications in order to build trust and credibility. All of you who are considering coaching or you have something of value to offer your community, you know what you're talking about. So make sure that you build on that. Start there. Include a clear value proposition. So think about the unique services and benefits that you offer and how you're going to help clients achieve their goals. Don't forget to identify your specialty and really understand your audience. This can be key in meeting people where they're at. Perhaps you have a couple clients who've had a lot of success with you. See if they'll give you a quote, like a testimonial, share a little bit of their story that you can put out there to really, for some social proof that not only do you understand this audience, but you've had success. Add some blog posts, articles, and case studies to your website as thought leadership content that showcases your expertise and it provides value to your audience. These things can be repurposed for social media content too. And so to add a little tip here, using the right words and meta tags on your website are important to capturing organic traffic from Google searches. So just as an aside to this, try using some free versions of tools such as Ahrefs and Moz Keyword Explorer to optimize your content's search engine optimization and improve organic traffic to your website. All of these links, by the way, are going to be included in the show notes, so you'll be able to grab them very easily. And then, like I said before, add testimonials. Sharing some positive feedback and real-life success stories can help you really personalize your website, encouraging customers to join in too. Also making sure these testimonials are really reflective of your perfect ideal client. Remember, people like to do business with people like them. So if your ideal clients are a lot like you and you can really relate to them by showcasing their stories, you're just attracting more people just like you and more people just like your ideal client. So ask your former clients to give you feedback that highlights your specific coaching techniques and your knowledge superpowers, and feature their praise on your website. Also, this is a good one, consider free consultations. You might have some different feelings about this, but this can be really key to building trust and rapport while also showing the value that you provide. If somebody is new to your services, by just giving them a free consultation, you have the opportunity not only to showcase what you do best, but learn from them. And oftentimes, what we learn from our ideal clients or prospective clients can help us do our jobs better. Include multiple calls to action to encourage potential clients to take that next step and make it super, super easy. Offer different ways to connect with you through content forums. Maybe you might use a Calendly app that can make meeting signups super easy, or maybe an email list that makes it just super easy for people to subscribe. Your website should have user-friendly design and navigation. Make sure visitors can easily find the information they need to learn more about you as a coach and the services you offer. And consider in your design and navigation that you also make it really clear what you want them to do. You want them to buy. You want them to learn more. You want them to come meet with you for free. Make those calls to action super clear. It should be really helpful. Visiting your website is a helpful resource. You don't want a difficult to navigate website to be a barrier between you meeting a potential client. And then finally, create a Google My Business page to link directly back to your website when potential clients search online for services like yours. This can be really helpful, and certainly from a search engine perspective, very valuable. So search Google My Business in your search bar just for more information on this, and it'll give you a step-by-step guide to set this up. Sometimes you're going to need to supply a local brick and mortar location, perhaps with a video or photo or a video walkthrough of your listing, just to ensure that Google will publish your location. They want to make sure that you are an actual physical location, that you are what you say you are before they publish your listing. So think about that before you do it. But if you're able to do this, you can feel confident that users are going to receive so much more information about your business right away, just via their Google results. If you're listening and you have unique tips on how coaches and consultants can build their personal brand that we haven't shared, please reach out to our team. I'd love to share them in an upcoming episode. Building a strong online profile not only shares your expertise with those who are looking for it, but it also gives you an opportunity to connect with others who want to know you more authentically, legitimately. For more details about this topic, please reference the show notes with the links to the articles that informed our episode. And if you have specific questions about how to build a stronger online presence for your business, please consider reaching out to our team for more information about how